This is Life Happens. Thank you for listening. Who are you, Maxine?
Well, my name is Maxine, but you can just call me Max because it's more casual.
Oh, right.
And whenever somebody calls me Maxine, it's like you're mad at me or something. You know what I mean?
I've been calling you Maxine like forever.
I know, but yeah, it just is so I don't know.
I know for you for 2 days.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
No, we've had school since the beginning of the semester.
Yeah, but we don't see each other that much, do we?
Every Monday, Wednesday.
I guess.
Yeah.
Maxine. I'm gonna call you Maxine from now on.
Okay, that's fine.
Okay.
I live in Lloydminster. I was born in Grand Prairie.
I have no idea where that is.
Yeah, it's like in Alberta somewhere. I moved here when I was a baby, so I was pretty much
How
here.
baby were you?
Like months old.
Wow.
Yeah.
You remember that?
No. I only remember Lloydminster, so
Yeah.
Lloydminster is my home. Yeah, I have an older sister. Her name is Shandy. She's my bestie. And a mom and dad. What else do you want to know?
So tell me a story when you feel connected or belong to a community or group.
Well, to be honest, before I came to Lakeland, I didn't feel like I connected to any group at all. And even last year, I didn't feel very connected because we weren't around anyone. But this year, I'm like part of Lakeland. Like I'm part of the SA and I'm part of Synergy Speakers Corner. And I feel like connected with my peers and stuff. But sometimes I feel like a big phony, which, yeah. So sometimes I feel that connection with people, but then other times it's like the only reason I feel connection with people is because I'm faking it all the time. But yeah.
Wow, so what does the SA mean to you? What is the SA, first of all?
The SA is the Student Association of Lakeland. So we are the voice of the students. So if you have any concerns or anything that you want to share, but you don't know what to do, you can come to us and we can help you figure out what to do.
So you ever voice your own opinion to Lakeland?
Yes. Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah. So if we have any concerns, we bring it up in our SA meetings and then we take it to the board of Lakeland College.
Oh, wow. Yeah.
We haven't had anything yet come up because it's early in the year, but yeah.
Yeah. Do you ever fake belonging or liking the group there?
I like everyone there, but we're all I don't know them very well. I only know a couple of them super well. So yeah, sometimes when I talk to some of them, I feel like I'm being not myself. I'm putting my best foot forward, which isn't 100% who I am. It's who I want people to see me as.
So who are you? Once again.
I don't really know, to be honest. That's what I'm here trying to figure out. It's what I try to figure out every day.
I think that's a fair response. I feel like all of us, we have different sizes of ourselves. You know, sometimes we are like this person and the other time we're like this person.
Mm-hmm.
But after all, it's just us. That's how we are. What does home mean to you?
Home is with my family. But I would say home is by myself as well. I feel very at home when I'm alone with my own thoughts, where I can be myself, where I don't have to pretend with anyone. But I don't have to pretend when I'm with my family. So it's nice. We can sit in silence and it's completely okay. Or I can say something dumb and it's totally okay too.
Yeah.
Right.
So does your family stay quiet often or no one talk to anybody or?
No, my dad is very quiet.
Yeah.
He only says stuff when he needs to say stuff. You know what I mean? My mom's very talkative, but I think that's because she's a very comfortable person. She likes to make other people feel comfortable and me and my sister feel comfortable. So she fills the silence for my dad kind of thing. Yeah.
That's the perfect combination,
exactly.
One positive and one's negative.
Yeah.
So that's perfect. That makes a family.
Mm-hmm.
What do you think matters in life?
Whether or not you're happy, really happy, sitting in a room full of people, if you're happy there or not kind of thing. 'Cause
So what would you say, like, when you're in a room, oftentimes do you feel happy? Do you feel belong?
In some rooms, yes, I feel happy, but in some rooms, no. Like when I'm with a lot of people that I don't know and that I seem very comfortable and happy, sometimes that's when I'm putting on like a fake face and I would rather be anywhere else. Yeah.
So what kind of rooms give you the sense of love?
Probably hanging out with my sister, hanging out with my friend. She has 2 like daughters. So whenever I hang out with her and her daughters, I feel very comfortable because it's like I have like 3 people there that truly love me for who I am.
Yeah.
And they know who I am. So yeah, it's when I'm with people that know me and love me for me kind of thing.
Yeah.
But when I'm with strangers who don't know me, who I don't know love me or not, like they probably don't because we don't know each other. Yeah. That's when I feel awkward and like I don't belong.
Okay. Well, that's really interesting because you agreed to this, like even before this, before today, we like barely talked to each other or anything. Why did you like agree to come here today? You didn't even know what we were going to talk about. You just said yes to a like kind of stranger. Not completely, but like we got a sense of stranger. We don't know anything about each other, I guess.
I like to try new things. I'm like a yes person, and I think is a strength, but it's also a weakness because I don't know when to say no to things. And so I'll always say yes to doing something if it's like a new experience because I want to get out of my comfort zone.
Yep.
I told myself last year, like for my New Year's resolution, that I was going to like branch out and get out of my comfort zone. That's why I'm doing all of this. So
And how's it going so far now?
pretty good, actually.
The New Year's resolution, like branching out stuff. Okay, that's awesome.
So it's last year at like when we were still in COVID, it didn't really work very well because we were all at home. But this semester, it's been going good.
So what's some of the few things that you've tried, like new things you've tried this year?
Speaker's Corner, that one. Yeah. And coming here and doing this, your podcast with you. Because I was like, a podcast? Like, what are we going to talk about? Like, why me? Like, I'm not that interesting.
Oh, yeah.
And like...
First of all, I have to disagree with that you're not interesting. I find that you're like a very interesting individual. That's why I asked you to do this.
Okay. What seemed interesting about me? When I like present myself, do I present myself as like an open book?
So in Speaker Corners, like you are like, I don't know, you give, whenever you talk, you give us the vibe. Like, hey, be here, connect to other people kind of thing. So I think that you have that sense of leadership, I guess, where you like vibing, like giving out vibes and
giving out positive vibes.
Yeah, like very positive vibes. Like makes us feel like comfortable, I guess, talking. So I think that's why I think you're interesting.
Good.
Yeah.
Good. Oh, good. Yeah, I'm happy that I make people feel comfortable.
Yeah.
That's my goal. Is because I know what it feels like to feel uncomfortable, and I never want anybody to feel uncomfortable when they're around me.
Yeah, just so you know, you're doing a very good job at doing that.
Oh, thank you.
Okay, let's move on.
Okay.
So it's kind of following up to the last question. Tell me a time when you feel alive.
When I feel alive? Probably when I succeed at things. And it can be like super small accomplishments. So like every time I'm finished hosting like a speaker's corner, like I feel so good. Or like whenever after today, after this podcast, I'm going to feel so good just because it's like an accomplishment of like doing something new and succeeding, or like just like small wins. But yeah, probably like succeeding at things, or like when you get your grades back and you do really good. Yeah.
So that's when you feel alive.
Yeah. Also when I'm like, when I feel happy. Right? Like genuine happiness. Like when I don't have any examples, but you know, when you're like in a moment and you can feel like the serotonin like running through your body, those moments, you know?
Yes.
Yeah.
I think everybody knows those moments.
Yeah.
We all have moments.
Right.
The next question is super weird.
Okay, what is it?
It's really heavy.
Okay.
Are you ready?
Yeah.
It's dark.
Okay.
Do you think you matter?
There were moments in my life when I thought I didn't matter, but I'm slowly starting to realize that I do, to other people. Not so much to myself, but to other people I matter. So I kind of told you about it in Speaker's Corner. Like last year I was at a super like low point at the beginning of the year, and I didn't really feel very good about myself or about how other people thought of me. But I'm slowly starting to see that other people care about me and matter to me. So yeah. I'm working on mattering to myself.
Why are you giving a vibe of like suicidal right now?
I'm not.
You're not?
No.
At any point in your life, have you thought of
Yeah.
bad things?
Yeah.
What point?
A few years ago and probably last year.
Wow. What happened
Yeah.
last year?
Well, it was just a point where I thought that I didn't matter to anyone.
Yeah.
Right? So when you feel like that, it feels like if you weren't there, nobody would care. So those feelings start to like creep into your mind. I never acted on them, but
So what got you out of that moments?
my family, for
Okay.
sure.
Did you talk to them?
Yeah. I talked to my mom a lot about it. Yeah. It was hard to talk to my sister about it, but I talked to my mom about it a lot.
Yeah. Is your sister like older or younger than you?
Older than me.
Older.
Yeah.
And you find it hard to talk to her?
No, not about things like that, but last year I found it hard to talk to her just because I was so angry that whenever we would speak, it felt that we were fighting instead of connecting. Yeah. But there was a moment where we had like a huge fight, and then after we like connected, and then after that moment it started to get better. Yeah, it was like we were in the car and it was like a huge explosion. And then after that, it was a lot better. We just needed to like get some things off of our chest.
Wow. So would you say like talking to people is maybe like the first start
Yeah,
to yeah.
definitely. Yeah.
So I have a friend, she says she doesn't believe in counseling. So she doesn't believe in sharing her story, doesn't think of like talking is like helping anything. What do you think of that?
I understand where she's coming from for like counseling, because talking to strangers, I feel like it doesn't help, because last year I talked to some strangers and I didn't think it helped me. It started helping me when I talked to my family. So
Wow.
talk to people that you trust and talk to people that you love, because those are the people that are going to like understand what you're saying and understand why you're saying it. Because when you talk to counselors about it, they don't know who you are and they don't know your life. So I'd say if you're going to talk to somebody, talk to your family first. And then if that doesn't help, seek like extra help. But talk to people you love first, because those
Wow.
people are
Yeah.
the ones that are going to really help you.
So I guess in last year you kind of felt lost.
Mm-hmm.
So what do you do when you feel lost?
So like, what do I do? Like, how do I find myself, or like, what did I do when I felt lost?
I guess like how do you like find your way out of this situation?
I don't think you really find your way out of stuff like that. It just comes in like ups and downs. So you sort of have to hit your lowest point and then you're going to start coming up again,
Oh yeah.
if you know what I mean. So I think I hit my lowest point, and then the only place I could go from there was up. So I started feeling better and I started not feeling so lost. So yeah, there's nothing that I really do to make myself feel better, because I like can't. I can do something that normally makes me super happy and it doesn't do anything for me. So I think it's just a matter of like, I need time and I need just support.
So I feel like your family means a lot to you, and the people surround you like mean a lot to you.
Mm-hmm.
So would you be willing to call someone who means a lot to you and tell them how much you love them, or how much they mean to you?
What?
Please.
Right now?
Right now is a good time.
They might swear. Is that okay?
Absolutely. I love swearing. It'll be better if they swear.
Who should I call?
Anyone who you think matters to you. What's so funny about it?
I don't know. They're going to be like, hello, what the fuck?
Oh, you can just tell them like you're on a podcast and so they don't think like you're about to die or something.
Okay, I'll call my sister because I've talked about her. So
Okay, yeah, let's do it.
should I put it on speaker?
Please. Is it max volume?
Hello?
Hi.
Hey.
What you doing?
Nothing. What are you doing?
Nothing. I'm in the podcast right now. So you're in the podcast.
Oh,
Yeah.
for what?
It's called Life Happens. And we're just talking about my life.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah. So we're just talking about people that I love and people that matter to me.
Aw, and I'm one of them.
Yeah. You're my favorite person in the world.
You're
And-
mine too, girl.
Yeah. You matter so much. But you're my best friend, man.
You're my best friend. Love you.
I love you too. Are you eating something right now?
Okay, tell
Yum.
it. Mm-hmm.
Okay. Okay, well, thank
Okay.
you for being on the podcast.
Welcome.
Okay, bye.
Love you.
I love you too.
Well, thank you so much.
You're welcome.
That was awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's my sister.
That was our sister.
Yeah, that's what she
Yep.
sounds like.
Yep, I got that. Good vibe too,
Mhm.
vibing. She's like you. You guys are like each other, I guess. Wow, I feel so like happy after hearing that. you
Yeah.
know. That was touching.
It's so touching.
You guys talk like how do you guys normally talk? Do you often say loving things to each other?
Yeah. Me and my family are very like, every time we leave, we give each other a hug and say, goodbye, love you. Or every time we talk on the phone, it's always goodbye, love you. Because I don't know, it's like good. It's good like vibes, it's good energy. What if that's the last time you're gonna like talk to that person or see that person and the last thing you said to them was goodbye, I love you. You know what I mean?
Yes.
And whenever I like don't say goodbye, I love you to my family, I'm always like, fuck, like I should have said goodbye, I love you. Like, what if you die? It's like, yeah, I like freak out. And then they come home and they're fine. And I'm like, phew. What? I know. It's so weird.
You're overthinking. Wow.
I do, yeah.
I mean, that results in a good thing. So like, I think
Right?
that's really good thing. Or you'd be like, oh, I have to call them back. Hey, are you okay?
Yeah, pretty much. Like, hey, I forgot to say I love you.
Oh yeah. Oh, that's funny. Okay. When was the last time you cried?
Last time I cried. Okay, this is going to get real heavy and I might cry because when was it? It was Thursday night or Wednesday night, I want to say. Maybe Wednesday night.
It was last week?
Yeah.
Okay.
My Gigi passed away and that's my grandpa. Yeah, so that was pretty hard. So that was probably the last time I cried. Yeah, and he lives in Calgary and he had like dementia. So he didn't know who I was at all. But when I did get to see him, but yeah. Yeah.
Did you get to see him before he passed away?
No, last time I seen him was last spring.
Oh.
Yeah. So kind of like I got to see him this year, but it was a little while ago.
Growing up, did you share a lot of experience and memories with him?
Yeah. Yeah. I was always like, I'm the youngest of my family, like of all my cousins and everything too. So he was a lot older when I became older. So it was, he's like a grandpa, you know what I mean? Like very like slow and like just kind of relaxed and like does whatever he wants kind of thing. He like smoked a lot.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Like a cliche like old grandpa, you know?
Totally.
Like, yeah.
Like the typical grandpa.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, but yeah, there was always good moments. He always used to say, okay, I'm going to say it and then you have to say it after me and I'm going to see if you can get it. Okay, say it after me. I smart feller, I feller smart. Say it.
I smart fella, I fella smart.
Oh, okay. Kayla, you're not supposed to say it like that. When you say it, he always used to say it to me. And when I was a kid, I always used to say, I fart smeller. Do you know what I mean? Yeah,
He was trying
feller
to trick-
smart. Yeah, so it was like
Wait, you got tricked?
I got tricked, yeah, when I was a little kid. Yeah.
I guess you were dumb.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was a dumb kid.
Yeah.
But yeah, so that's always a memory that I'll share of him because he always used to say it to me and I always used to try to like say it right, but I would always say it wrong like that.
Yeah. I was want to ask you, like, is that your favorite memory of him?
Yeah.
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 Is that like a joke like you would say to your like, next
Yeah, I said it to my two like
nieces and yeah.
so my cousin had children, so I don't know what they are to me. They're like still my cousins, but they're my second cousins, maybe.
Or like your cousins' daughters and
Yeah.
sons,
Yeah.
nieces and
Nephews.
nephews.
Yeah. Yeah. So I said it to them and they like messed it up. So it works with kids, like when
Yeah,
you're
I
like
guess.
8 or something.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Were you 8 back then?
yeah.
Yeah. You
And
were.
they thought it was so funny. I was like, ah.
You know, they will like be in class and telling his difference. And
Yeah.
stuff. Yeah, that's funny. When was the last time someone sang to you or you sang it to yourself?
Last time someone sang to me, or I sang to myself. Well, I like to sing in the vehicle. Does that count? So like on my way
Absolutely.
here.
Absolutely. What song was it?
It was Ghost Town. I don't know who it's by though. It's like a new song. Like I just got it like this week. So now I'm like listening to it.
Did you like it?
Yeah.
Yeah,
I have like waves. I like obsess over one song. So I listen to it like every day and then I forget about it and find a different song.
what was the song about?
I think it's about like a love song. Maybe like a breakup song. Or like a falling in love song. Yeah. Sometimes I can't like tell which one it is. It like sounds the same. It's like a slower song.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
That makes sense. Yeah, fair enough.
Mm-hmm.
If you could go back in time and give yourself some advice, when would it be? And what advice would you give to yourself?
If I could go back in time and give myself advice, what would it be? Probably that other people aren't looking at you and judging you as much as you think they are. You are overthinking it. And if you're yourself and if you give off positive energy, they're gonna like you no matter what. And even if they don't like you, not everyone has to like you. It's okay if people don't like you. You can't help it. You can't make people like you if they don't like you.
And at what point would you was that from? Like when?
Probably say like junior high, like
Junior.
like middle school, like
Yeah.
7, 8, 9.
Yeah, that's a traumatizing
Yeah.
experience for a lot of
I
people.
feel like
guess.
everyone just hates those years.
Yeah, same. I think I didn't hate them, but yeah, I think I would do the same advice to me.
Yeah.
And okay, so if there was a stranger and you could give an advice to that stranger, what advice would you give to that stranger?
Just like on the street,
Anybody?
passing them on the street. Probably, let me think about this one. If I could give advice to a stranger. Probably that first impressions actually don't count that much.
Really?
Yeah. Because somebody can't judge somebody else on a first impression because you could be having the worst day of your life and be meeting somebody for the first time and they're like, oh, well, you're a terrible person kind of thing. But in reality, you're actually a great person. It was just a bad day.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I'd say that the saying that first impressions count that's a hoax. That's something people tell themselves to make them feel better.
Yeah, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah. What's your favorite song and why?
My favorite song. Probably. Oh, can I play it for you?
Definitely.
Okay, it's gonna be like when I get married. It's gonna be like my wedding song.
Okay. I feel so honored, like getting to hear this.
Ooh, it's like sappy. Okay.
Sappy.
Yeah.
That's a new term.
It's so cute though.
Just put it here. So yeah.
It's cute.
You're 23 years old.
Yeah.
You'll change your mind.
No, it's gonna be this one.
Yes, you will. Who's the artist?
RUELLE.
Oh, I don't know that.
Yeah.
Let's just listen to it. Do you know the lyrics?
Mm-hmm.
You want to sing it?
No.
Please.
No, I can't
I think
sing.
you'll be really good at it.
I don't know.
Just sing it. Just be yourself. I'm out of here. Sing.
Sing. You have to leave the room. No, don't leave the room. I don't want to sing. I can hum it. I can't sing though. Forever I do. It's cute, hey? Isn't it cute?
I bet you $20 you change your mind later.
I'll invite you to my wedding, and I'll be like this when.
Definitely. I'll eat transfer or whatever. Yeah. No, I'll pay you $20 if you don't change your mind. I swear to God, you have to change your mind. You're 23 years old. You know? Wait, you already think about marriage?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
What does marriage mean to you?
It means marrying your best friend and having somebody that's with you, no matter if you're at your lowest point or at your highest point, and feeling genuinely happy for you when you're at your highest point and not envy you or be jealous or anything. They are happy standing right beside you.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay, so it's probably not appropriate to say this, but this is a joke. I'm sorry.
What?
This is a joke. Not a joke, but like this is a funny thing that I say to myself every time I think of marriage.
Mm-hmm.
So whenever you decide to marry somebody, there's a 50% chance that you get divorced.
Mm-hmm.
So, you know, it's kind of gambling. You just don't know whether it's going to be that 50% or the good 50%, you know?
Mm-hmm.
So I think it's kind of a funny thing to think of. You know, like, do you ever think of that?
I do, but I'm a strong believer in like, if you're truthful with your partner and you trust that they're going to want to work on things with you, it's going to work out. And if you are okay with their flaws and if you are okay with them gaining new flaws throughout their life, because you're always changing, right? Like you're always changing. So you're always gaining new strengths and new weaknesses. And if you're okay with learning your partner's new weaknesses and their new strengths, then I think it'll be okay. It's when you don't know your partner good enough to understand them fully. And then once they start gaining those new strengths and weaknesses, you don't know how to take it because you didn't even know their original strengths and weaknesses. Right? So I think you have to be with your partner for a long time before you get married. Like my mom and dad didn't get married until like, I want to say like 8 or 9 years after they first started dating. They were like living in a house together and everything before they got married. And same with like my sister just got engaged this fall and they're together for like 7 years.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. So I think you have to be together for more than like 4 years before you can say, I truly know this person. I knew them when they were at their ugliest, and I knew them when they were at their complete best, and I loved every minute of it, and we stayed together through every minute of it. So if you can get past those things, I think it'll be good, and you will be that happy 50% of people that stay together. But it's when people like get married after like 6 months or like 2 years, then it's like, whoa, have you even heard that person like fart? Like, seriously though, like, come on. That's when it's like, I don't know about you guys.
Right. Wow. Yeah. So you're saying that we have to like spend time and learn, understand.
Yeah, you got to learn everything about them, even the parts that they want to hide.
Well, I feel like when you actually love somebody, you don't hide anything from them. It just naturally comes out, right?
Yep.
Is it how it works?
Yeah,
Yeah.
it is. Yeah.
I'm not experienced, so.
It's like hard to hide things from the person that you love, because if you genuinely love them, you want to tell them. And it takes like almost everything inside of you to not tell them. So eventually, if you love them, it's going to just like all come out. You know, it's when you can keep secrets from the one that you love is when you don't actually love them. Because if you truly love them, it would be hard for you to not tell them.
Tell me a time when you feel loved.
When I feel loved? Okay. Do you celebrate Christmas?
Yes.
So, you know, Christmas morning, when you're sitting with your family, having a cup of coffee, and you're watching your mom and dad open the presents that you gave them. Not you're opening all of your presents, but you're watching your mom and dad open the presents from you. And they're like, wow, I love it. That's when I feel the most love. Because when I buy people presents, I try to make them super unique. Like, I put a lot of thought into presents. And when I know I like nailed a present and this person's like gonna love it, they're gonna use it, they like are never gonna get rid of it, I feel so good. I feel so like loved, because it's like a connection you feel with that person. It's like, I know you enough to get you something that you genuinely like, not that you're gonna like throw out in a week or two or try to return. So yeah, it's when I can really like give somebody something that they truly love, because I know them well enough to give them something like that.
What's your favorite place to visit?
Probably, it's called Priestville. It's where my grandma and grandpa live. It's in like Saskatchewan, like deep north Saskatchewan. Is
it like in the middle of nowhere, or?
Yeah, pretty much.
So they're the only couple living in that town.
No, it's actually, well, like it's kind of big. It's big enough to have a Subway. So like it's not like bad. And a co-op.
Oh.
But that's it.
Wait, you been there a lot?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm.
Do you think like there's more to it now than just like co-op and Subway?
No, that's like all they have. They just got like a new co-op. It used to be like the old co-op, like the blue and gray co-op kind of thing. But now they revamped and got like a new super co-op.
Super co-op.
Yeah, like gas station
more
co-op.
Superior co-op.
Yeah.
What questions do you want to ask yourself?
What questions do I want to ask myself?
Yes, sir.
Probably why do I care about other people's opinions so much? Because I shouldn't. I should take my own advice that I would give myself in the past and just not care. But it's so hard not to.
Yes. Thank you. Okay. So what's your answer to that? Why do you care about other people's opinions so much?
I think it's because I just have a lot of anxiety and I don't want people to think I'm stupid. So you know how there's like people stereotype people, right? So I'm like a 23-year-old blonde girl. So people look at me and they're like, she's fucking dumb. For sure she is. So I don't want I try to prove people wrong. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah.
Right? Or like, oh, she's a brat or things like that, you know? Or she's spoiled.
Why would you think people stereotype that?
Because
Other than the blonde hair, it's just a stereotype in general.
well, yeah, but that's what, because I've had a few people think that. You know what I mean?
That you're spoiled
Yeah.
and you're a brat.
Yeah. So,
Okay.
yeah. So I try to I think that's why I always put my best foot forward too. And that's why sometimes I feel fake, is because I try to show people that I'm not those things, because I've had people think about those, like I've had people think those things about me when that's not who I am. You know what I mean? Like, I don't think that I'm spoiled and I don't think that I'm a brat, but like some people think I am.
Yes, you are.
Yeah.
If today was your last day to live, what would you do?
I would probably go home and tell everyone that I love to come over to my house and just hang out, because I don't know, I don't have an extravagant thing that I would do, because if I wanted to go somewhere, it would take me time to go somewhere, and that's precious time because I'm going to die. You know what I mean?
Right.
So I'd probably just go home and tell everyone that I love to like meet me at my house, because my house is my home. It's where I feel the most comfortable. So I would want to spend my last moments there, surrounded by the people that I love and by my cat.
What's your cat's name?
Okay, well, I used to have two, but now I only have one. And the one that's on my phone is his name was Rascal.
Rascal.
But he passed away in the summertime because he was super old. He was like 19 years old.
Really?
Yeah.
He looks young.
He was like in cat years, it's like 96.
Oh, really?
It's crazy.
Oh, gosh.
Did you say that's young?
No, I think I said he looked young.
Oh, no, he was like, that was last year sometime. He was like old.
That's old?
Yeah.
Wait, could you?
He was like old and frail.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
What about the current one? Is he like young?
Yes. I just got him 2 years ago on my birthday, and his name is Sylvester.
You named them?
Yeah.
Okay.
He looks like, have you ever seen Looney Tunes?
Absolutely not.
No?
Nope.
He looks like the cat off of Looney Tunes, like Sylvester.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's it. Nice. What would you tell your family if they were here right now? As in, you just got back home because today was the last day.
I would tell them that I love them, and that if I died, because like, I don't know, when kids die, I find that parents like stop their lives because they're so sad. So I would want them not to do that. I'd want them to keep living and keep enjoying their lives and retire and have a good rest of their life and enjoy life for me, because I can't. And I would tell Shandy to do everything that she wants to do in life and more.
Wow.
I just did. Shandy, do everything you want in life and more, because you deserve the whole world.
The last question. What's the meaning of life?
The meaning of life is probably to find content. Do you know what I mean? So you are content with who you are as a person. You're content with the love you give and the love you receive, and you're content with the atmosphere you created for yourself. Because you can always strive to want more, and you can always feel like you don't have enough. That's always something that's going to happen. But I find that once you get older, you start to want less, and you start to stop regretting the things that you've done.
Yeah.
And the things that happened in the past that you want to change. So once you find like genuine content in the life that you live, and you just want to live every moment to the fullest and be completely present in it, that's the meaning of life, is to be content with the present and not worrying about the future or the past.
And how are you doing in terms of having that meaning in your life?
Oh, I don't think I'm there yet.
Yeah.
I think
How close are you?
I don't think I'm close. I think I'm too much of an overthinker about the future, and I'm too much of a person that regrets things that she does in the past.
Yeah.
But I know that about myself and I understand it now. So that's something that I'm working towards becoming, is completely content with who I am, the way I look, and everything around me.
Well, thank you for sharing that.
You're
I
welcome.
really appreciate that.
Yeah.
And that was the last question I have for you today.
Okay.
Wow.
Okay.
Thank you for coming here today.
Thank you for having me.
You want to fist bump?